We got a little hyped up yesterday. Can't help it. I'll try better this time to be a little more morning coffee. Especially you may not have finished your cup yet. I had at that point. Maybe you're not there yet. I respect that. I'll try to be a little more mellow today. James chapter 2. Faith without works is dead. Lutherans? But I thought it was faith alone, grace alone, word alone. James is the book that Luther wrestled with the most, and so as Lutherans, we need to continue that wrestling. James comes out right here, chapter 2, verse 14. What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith, but do not have works? Can faith save you? Well, this is a good question, right? And he goes on to lay out that if you have faith, you will do works. And even making the example with Rahab, someone who necessarily didn't have faith but did good works, he says that's more valuable than people to just say they have faith. You see the line I'm connecting with yesterday, right? Nice and mellow yesterday. The hypocrites, right? People that love the perks. Can't wait for that salvation. Well, I don't want to give anything back. Who are we serving there? That's what James is getting at. Now, as Lutherans, I kept it as long as I could, just the dissonance there. But I have to bring this in. Lutherans, we believe in a sanctification or justification, sanctification. Basically, God decides alone what is sufficient. B, we believe that faith is salvific, not works. But James's question, I see it as a Lutheran minister. Do you have real faith if no works come from it? To which I would say, who's determining no works are from it? If I'm saying so-and-so over there hasn't doing enough works, I don't see every part of their life. I don't know every asset, every complex part of their existence. And I don't see their works and their faith. In fact, Luther teaches the 8th commandment to apply in all these cases. The popular first-year seminary question is, did Hitler have faith? Ooh, okay. I would say, I don't know. None of these are up to me. It's up to God. We have to have trust. And so, when I read this passage, I see it that, yes, works are important. As Luther says, God doesn't need your works for salvation, but your neighbor needs your works. Okay? We don't do works for ourselves. We've been hearing that all week. We do it for others. So no, I don't want you running around doing works so you can be saved. We do works for others. It's not about us. We've already been saved. In fact, James he's more asking the question, but he gets into it there. He's firmly on the sides of what we call works righteousness, but I see it as true works, true goodness only happens with God working in the world. So if we do good works, well, God was the author of those works anyway. So in my book, faith, also the work of God, and works are both the work of God, just like the sacraments are, just like all the blessings in our lives are. And so if that's our understanding, salvation still lies with God. It's all God's work. God's work our hands, right? And so, yeah, we serve, again, because we believe it, because we live it. Because, in a way, works are salvific, because it's our faith being lived out. And faith's salvific. So, see, James, I agree with you. I would just phrase it differently. I feel as if we believe If we have faith in a God that sacrifices for us, who came down to our existence and lived it, if we believe these things that God teaches us, if we believe as a community these tenets of life and have experienced them and made our life better, we can't help but serve. We can help do these works that James is talking about. We'll attempt to wrap up serving tomorrow. Be the church.